You are honorable deputies today. You are the future of this nation. You are the future of the country. So everything we do is for the children. This country belongs to you. It is up to you to take it. We will instill a certain number of values in you. When I listen to you today, you are better than us. So we have to instill a certain number of values in you. It is to train you in patriotism so that you can take back your country. So you are not just children. Don't say that you can't contribute something.
Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore, President of Burkina Faso, Head of State. We, the children of Burkina Faso, are here today on the occasion of World Children's Day to share with you the point of our meeting at the hemicycle. This year, we have had an incredible experience. We sat in the Legislative Assembly of Transition as deputies under the presidency of the President of the ALT. During this session, we asked important questions to the ministers about the promises you made to us during our meeting last year. With the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and National Solidarity, we talked about the measures that have been taken since last year to further protect children from child marriages. Concrete actions have been carried out this year to move children away from orphanages and allow them to continue their education. With the Minister of Health, we asked questions about your commitment to strengthening free care for women and children. We asked for the progress made this year so that this commitment becomes a reality for all families. We also asked where the construction of the hospital was, mother-child, so that children and their mothers can be better cared for. With the Minister of Elementary Education, Literacy and Promotion of National Languages, represented by his counterpart, the Minister of Secondary Education and Professional and Technical Training, we discussed two things: your promise to make schools free for all in Burkina Faso. We asked where this promise is and when all children will be able to go to school without danger, and actions that have been taken this year so that schools are better adapted to the needs of disabled children and that they can learn in good conditions. We were very happy to hear the minister's answers. We were very happy to know that marriage has been brought back to 18 years old and that several activities are being carried out to prevent children's work in orphanages. And there is even a green number to denounce those who make children work. We have also learned that the government puts 30 billion francs each year so that children under the age of 5 and pregnant women can be treated for free. Also, the discussions that started for the construction of the hospital, mother-child, and the ground is already acquired. And in 2025, the work will begin. Finally, for children to go to school for free, every year we build a lot of schools, and we have offered several living children with a disability-adapted material for their education. They told us that actions are already underway and that others will soon be put in place. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, take our concerns to heart and work to improve our lives. We also had a special moment with the president of the ANT, where we presented a film that we made for FESPACO 2025. This project allowed us to share our stories, our dreams, and what we want for our country. Excellency, Mr. President of Faso, even if we see progress, we still have 3 big requests to make. 1. Excellency, Mr. President of Faso, we have heard that even if the law has brought back marriage at 18, there is the exception at 16. Could you tell them to fix it at 18, without exception if possible? This will protect all girls against early marriage and will allow them to stay in school and live their childhood. 2. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, we are happy that you set up May 15th to allow us to know our tradition, but we are afraid that our grandparents and grandmothers think they can excuse the girls and marry the children. We would like to ask you, if possible, to take the floor officially to explain to them the meaning of May 15th, a day of customs and traditions in all languages. 3. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, our parents have explained to us that the law provides that children who have committed minor offences do not go to prison, but that they do light work, such as weeding the CSPS, cleaning the schoolyard. Can you ask the judge to apply this decision? This will prevent children from going to prison and being in contact with bad things. 4. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, we know that you are listening to us and that you are ready to act to protect us. These changes are very important to us and will allow us to have a better future. Thank you, Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, for always thinking about us, for protecting us, for supporting us, and for building a Burkina where every child can be safe, go to school and succeed in life. Thank you.
Bonjour à tous.
Hello, everyone.
Soyez les bienvenus.
You are honorable deputies today.
Donc, vous êtes-
I suppose that in reality, everything went very well.
Et je suppose qu'à la réalité, tout s'est très bien passé.
Yes, the ministers were able to respond well.
Ils ont été
Were they convincing?
D'accord. Dieu
Okay, thank God.
En tout cas, il y a beaucoup de choses que nous avons entrées
In any case, there are many things that we have undertaken in favor of children, and everything we do is in favor of children.
de cette nation, vous êtes l'avenir de la patrie.
You are the future of this nation. You are the future of the country. So everything we do is for the children.
Toute initiative que nous prenons,
This must already be understood. Every initiative we take is for your well-being.
en bonne santé, aller à
It is so that you can live in good health,
épanouir et faire tout ce
go
que
to
vous-
school,
Voilà, vous pouvez apporter pour la
thrive, and do everything you can for the country.
choses ont été initiées.
Many changes have been initiated.
Tout dépend du rythme auquel
Many things remain to be done. It all depends on the rhythm at which we go.
qui commence à reprendre les cours petit à
And as you can see, there are many children who were displaced, but who are starting to resume classes little by little in several localities. This is due to the abnegation of the security forces and the VDPs who are on the ground, who give themselves body and soul, who sacrifice themselves day and night so that you, the children, can live in peace and go to school. Just today, I was learning in one of the regions. There are at least more than 10,000 children who have resumed classes. Classes have been officially opened. And I think it goes in line with your aspirations, which are that all children can go to school. Educational infrastructures are in full improvement.
d'enfants parmi vous qui viennent de certaines
And I think there are many children among you who come from certain regions who have seen during the rainy season a lot of schools that have disintegrated and therefore have a negative impact on your classes.
élaborer un nouveau modèle d'école
We have developed a new school model, and we are trying to find ways to implement it everywhere in Burkina Faso so that storms and other natural disasters cannot impact your studies.
au cours de l'année. Il y a eu
During the year, there have been a few floods, and in Bogota,
une école où les eaux ont failli piéger des enfants.
there is a school where the waters almost trapped the children. Thank God the firefighters were able to intervene quickly.
À réfléchir à un modèle d'école qui pourra
All this prompted us to think of a school model that will allow children to study safely and to study well.
de la santé, comme ils vous l'ont dit, c'est réel.
In terms of health, as you say, it is real. We are now launching the Hospital Mère Enfant.
Une petite rencontre
Just this week, I had a small meeting with someone from the National Bureau of Major Projects to talk about this. And I hope that in 2025, we will be able to launch it.
si on sait que vous partez à l'école,
The ambition is that you go to school for free and that we can take care of you for free.
travaillons à ce
This is our objective, and we are working to make it happen. This is also our dream, and this is why we are fighting.
dans les mines, nous avons opté pour une
In the mines, we have opted for a technology that has been developed in Burkina Faso.
faite au Burkina Faso. Et donc,
As you can see, recently in the region of the Southwest, and before that in the Zorgo zone,
la zone donc des oraux, on a pu mettre en place ces machines
we were able to set up these machines that allow the extraction of gold in an ecological way
sans utiliser d'abord les produits chimiques qui peuvent être très dangereux.
without using chemical products that can be very dangerous for children and adults,
Empêche que les enfants viennent, voilà,
but also that prevent children from coming to the mine and doing some very painful work. So we are developing all these initiatives so that children do not find themselves on the mining sites, breaking stones that are quite painful, or inhaling dangerous chemical substances. So we are working on this so that as soon as possible, in a very short time, we will no longer hear about children on the mining sites. And regarding some of the issues that you have just mentioned, we have noted, we are going to see it is the Code of Persons and Families. The paragraph that deals with this situation of authorization for 16 years is not the authorization of parents only. There is the person concerned. So we will see if there is a place to readjust to adapt to what you want. But we wish that at the age of 18, there is this freedom to choose whether to go to a union or not. At 18, we no longer have a child, so that we can set the age at 18. But we are going to reflect on this paragraph of the Code of Persons and Families and see what can be done. The other grants also are current grants. As you said, we are going to see what can be done with the sectoral and ministerial departments. And I suppose that next year, if God pleases, you will be able to ask them questions about a start of execution of what you want. Traditions and customs are not only what you have said. We have noticed that many people can confuse things. But understand that we continue to educate to raise awareness and to explain to people why these days. I think that we went to the museum to see some cultural values that are specific to us. It was also a message to all the actors so that they understand that what we are looking for are some very important values in our cultures that we have left behind, but that could be useful for us. This is what should be expressed. I will give you an example. You see, there are in some villages people who had knowledge of forging who were able to take the earth and extract the iron. But today, are there children who are initiated in this? Are there young people who know how to do it? I don't think so. But still, we buy the iron from the outside. Do you understand? Yet in our cultures, there was this. But we lost it. In our cultures, when I went to the museum, I saw that there were types of constructions that we had that should allow us today, in the context of war, to face the enemy easily. But we lost a lot of things. In short, there are so many positive things in our culture. This is what we want to leave behind. But everything is a matter of communication. We will continue to communicate and to raise awareness about the drifts that can come from the misunderstanding of the 15 meters, and that it does not go in the direction of the decision or anything else that could be harmful to anyone. We can assure you that we are working in full conscience so that you are very good citizens of tomorrow. This country belongs to you. It is up to you to take it. We will instill a certain number of values in you and pass these values on to your children. Tomorrow, you will have children. You will be in our place, and you will also give everything so that your children are in better condition than you. When I listen to you today, you are better than us. We want your children to be better than you. So we have to instill a certain number of values in you. And today at school, we have introduced a certain number of subjects. Civil education, which I teach at the Ministry of Teachers, it is to train you in patriotism so that you can take back your country. And it requires a certain number of values that you have to understand and put into practice every day. There is agriculture, if we can call it that, which will be initiated. The small gardens that you will take back to school to start doing in a practical way certain things that you imagine. And I know that there are many people who like these activities, who may do them by constraint, but if you are initiated, it will allow others to start later when they grow up. and to choose their career elsewhere. So even the jobs, a certain number of small jobs will be introduced at school so that those who have a passion for mechanics, electricity, etc., can, from a certain age, start to touch the finger in a practical way, and to be able to specialize at some point to be very efficient in the field they have chosen. This is a number of innovations that we are introducing at school. But we are still listening. Maybe you can think about something and make contributions. So you are not just children. Don't say that you can't contribute something. You can think, make proposals to your supervisors. They will make us go up, and it will allow us to improve many things. Do we understand each other? So don't worry, we are doing everything so that you can be very good citizens and that you can live with dignity, the resources of your country, and that you have a promising future. This is our fight, and we will continue to fight for it. Thank you very much for coming to say hello. I am very happy to welcome you. I am always very happy to be among the children. If I could spend all my days with you, I would do it. But you have to go to work. I also have to go to work. But I hope we will meet again very soon. We will always be proud to welcome you and to exchange with you. Thank you very much to all. Good luck and a good school year above all, and that everyone has the results they expect at the end of the year. Thank you very much to all.